Hey everyone, it's Kelly. Welcome to today's cleaning video. This is real cleaning, real-time cleaning. So it's 10:32 on a Tuesday night. This was a couple of weeks ago, but I saved this and recorded it on purpose because it's a video request. So the request was to please not speed up the video and just record as long as it takes, and then other people can clean along with me. And I thought, so perfect, and talked to my daughter about it, and she went, yeah, it's called body doubling. And I went, okay. She's a lot more in touch with ADHD stuff than what I am. So body doubling just means doing a task in the presence of another person. And I hear that all the time with YouTubers, and they're like, you can clean along with me. And I used to think, but I'm sitting here watching you. But now I've seen also a couple of you comment on the video saying, I cleaned along with you. And especially like some of the TikTok things I put up for a minute, and some people said, oh, I jumped up for 1 minute just to clean. It was so good. Oh, have a look at this. I broke a plate. I was getting it out of the dishwasher and I banged it against another plate and it broke. I couldn't believe it. We have some plates that have patterns on them because they're from Avon, and some that don't, and I don't even know where the plain white ones came from because I know they weren't given to us at a wedding. I probably got them at an op shop. And then also sometimes when I'm plating up, people say, oh, you can tell which plate is your son's because it's the plain white plate. And I'm like, no, it's literally just, that's the first one I reached for when I was putting things away. So now that I think about it, it probably would make sense that his plate is the plain white one, but I don't really think about it that way, especially if we're all eating the same thing. And when he comes to the kitchen, he will look for the plate that has the most amount of chips on it anyway. So even if I have designated him the plain white plate, he'll try and reach for something else. When I'm putting all the cutlery away, it feels like I'm putting money in a cash register, which is hilarious because I've actually never worked in retail like that and needing to put money inside a cash register. Even when I was doing Avon and dealing with all the cash, I just used to have a bag and I'd put all the cash in there. And a lot of people would put their money inside envelopes and I would just stick it inside the bag and then fix it when I got later. But also having the drawers here, they're a soft close drawer. Our kitchen got refitted by Wallspan a couple of years ago, and overall they were pretty good. There was just a few little things that was a bit frustrating for me, but hey, that's just me probably being a bit picky. But yeah, they also remind me of being a long drawer of also when I used to work in dentist office and trying to put all the things away in their right space. While we're here, let's talk about cups in the dishwasher. Sometimes it is so frustrating that they can be still a little bit of brown mark inside the cup. And I know it's because when we have our coffee, we use drinking chocolate, and sometimes it's stuck in there and the dishwasher just doesn't clean it effectively. But I think what's even more frustrating is if the cup has a bit of a concave top to it when it's overturned and it fills with water. So when you're trying to empty the dishwasher, you have to tip it out and there's mess everywhere. I've done the whole let's hang a tea towel over the end and catch it. It just doesn't work. So sometimes what I'll do if I'm near when the dishwasher has finished, I'll open the top drawer and throw the tea towel on top of all the dishes, so then the condensation from the steam when it's coming back, it just lands on the tea towel and doesn't go into all the dishes, and I find that works really well. But otherwise I'm hanging around waiting for the dishwasher to finish, so it's not often that I do catch it, but it does help a lot. Also, I've had to learn how to pack the cutlery holder because, as someone mentioned the other day, the spoons nestle together, hence why it's called spooning. And I went, oh my gosh. Oh, you learn something new every day. So I had to work out to make sure that in each little hole there is kind of a knife and a fork and a spoon and a little teaspoon and a whole mix of stuff, so then basically they don't all just collapse together and everything gets washed. Having to turn knives upside down. The other thing that is frustrating, I wash by hand now, is chopsticks. My children like to use chopsticks a lot, especially when we have our stir fries, and they just fall straight through the holes. And if you're trying to pull the drawer out and it's gone through and it catches, I've snapped a couple of chopsticks in half. I'm not proud to say, but you know. So now I say, please put them on the bench, not inside the cutlery holder. Not that anyone really puts anything inside the cutlery holder, or the cutlery is just left on the bench on the plate anyway. Also, we're very new to having a dishwasher. We've only had it for the past 2 years, like when the kitchen did get refit. So I'm still learning how to pack a dishwasher and how it works. And I'd like to know from anyone who has a dishwasher, is there a course you can take? Because I see some people unloading their dishwasher and the top drawer is just loaded up with stuff. And I'm like, oh, I thought you could really only have one layer, but they've got plastic bits and pieces everywhere on top of that. I do know how to space out the cups and the bowls, but sometimes little bits don't get washed. And then also the plates sometimes do nestle against one another because we've got different size plates as well, so that's a little bit frustrating. Also, are you meant to rinse the dishes before you put it in the dishwasher? I know that's a huge controversial thing. Some people say yes, other people say no. So I don't know. I do scrape off any food if it's major on a plate, and if I think something that could give it a quick rinse will help, then I will, because let me tell you, trying to clean out that filter some days, it just drives me insane. So yeah, I try and make sure that overall most stuff is cleanish and it's just doing the job. I know that probably if I rinsed the dish as soon as it came to the kitchen, it would make washing dishes by hand a lot quicker and simpler, but you know, there's a dishwasher there now. I know, I'm very spoilt. So the dishwasher is now packed to the brim, and I'll just close the door so I don't bang my leg on it, which I have done numerous times. Seriously, it's a tripping hazard, and I won't turn it on until tomorrow when it's daylight and we can use the solar power that we have. We are very blessed to have solar panels on the house. We got them a couple of years ago. I am so grateful to have them because at least our power bill is very low. Our power bill was only like a couple of dollars when it got started, and now we probably pay about $50 a month. So a little bit frustrating, but I'm still grateful for, you know, the $300, $400, $500 savings that we probably would have compared with having a massive electricity bill. We're with AGL for our electricity, and it's also frustrating that they keep changing the rates and the feed-in tariff and all the rest of it. So we do try and look around at other companies, but we're finding that for solar, everyone's kind of just about the same right now. We joined AGL from Energy Australia because AGL at the time were having discounts on Coles gift cards. And so I thought that was totally worth it. But now other companies are doing discounts on gift cards, and you can get the same through shopback apps and stuff like that too. So I think now we're just staying with AGL out of convenience. They are sort of the best for now for us, but probably soon we'll start looking around for other options. I'm just laughing, rewatching myself do the dishes. It's awfully slow compared with the fast speed that I normally have it on when I'm doing the other recordings. You just see me going like chung 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 chung. But at least the things that I have left here to hand wash are pretty lightweight and they're not going to take long. And of course, it's just about cleaning the bench off as well and then moving everything out the way. That's our bread basket area there. I try and have things visually out on the bench like that for breads, so then people see it and know to eat it. Otherwise, out of sight, out of mind. I'd love to know in the comments down below, what is the one thing that you hate washing the most? Probably for me, it is some of our casserole dishes, that because it's usually baked on grease by the time I get around to washing it. I'm usually not on top of that, and it frustrates me a little bit. And then also sometimes having to clean bits off of like the steak knife, because when I try and run part of the sponge over it, it does rip the corner of it a little bit, and that's just a little bit frustrating for me. I've cut my hands a couple of times too, if I've gone to twist the knife around. It's just the tiniest little nick in my finger, but oh, you feel it when you stick your hand into the hot water. Probably the thing I like to wash the most is just the cup. If it's a quick rinse out, it's usually pretty quick. And I really like cleaning the benches too, because you then know you're sort of near the end, but also you've got a clean surface ready to do food prep or whatever else you want to do. So I'm going to let the dishes air dry until tomorrow, and I think they set there till the day after as well. I'm really happy. So this was about 26 minutes in total. Thank you so much for joining with me. I've had a great time and I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.